Welcome back to Delta Green. All right.
No, I think that was too early. I don't think it started yet.
And my wife for me.
Anyways,
All right, 5 seconds of awkward silence. Go.
right. I mean, this is very typical for Cult of the Door behavior. No matter what it is, it's a great time here. It's the bros plus 2 girls this week.
Is it a great time or is it just an awkward time?
A little
Girls
bit of
aren't
both.
real on the internet.
Three of us are related, so it's always an awkward time.
But it's an
Why
awkward
is that
good
awkward?
time.
Yeah, why is that awkward?
I don't know. I
Only
just
awkward
decided
because
it
of
was-
Abigail.
Fuck
Yeah, it's
you.
only awkward because of Abigail.
It's all Abigail's fault.
Me and
Stop
Nicholas are
calling me
very.
Abigail. Oh my gosh.
Me and
That's
Nicholas
your
are very
name.
normal. Yeah, your
I
name
don't
is
fucking
Abigail.
care.
I have always called you that, and I won't stop.
I'm pretty
So,
sure I've
get
always called you Abigail as well.
Yeah, it's rude.
I think I'm the only one that calls you Abby.
Blame your parents.
My favorite was when I went into your room and called you Abigail and your coworkers just looked like I'd struck the world down or some shit.
They were like, "Did he just call you Abigail?" And I said, "Yeah, Garrett's a prick." I didn't say prick out loud though, because I work with children. So I mouthed it.
Would have been well deserved.
Teaching the kids some bad words.
Their parents already teach them bad words. I had a kid call me a bitch the other day.
Holy shit. See, and that's why I cannot deal with little kids.
If I worked at that job, I'd just backhand that child. They'd learn.
Um,
My
Which is
favorite is when they
exactly
say
like-
something in context other than just bitch because whatever. They'd be doing something and they're like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "No, don't finish that sentence."
okay, but I'm gonna be honest though, kids using swear words within context is incredibly funny.
My favorite is when they're actually trying to say something else. And like today, this kid goes, "I want the whore sound." I said, "What?" He was like, "I want the whore sound." I said, "You want the horse sound?" And he was like, "Yeah," and looked at me like I'm stupid. I'm like, "Bro,
Yeah.
Yeah.
My ex was great at making horror sounds, but
But just
you know, wow,
Wow.
what a douchebag."
You married him.
This is not even. You're gonna have to edit all of this shit out, Garrett.
Oh no,
Awkward
this is all
silence.
staying in it. This is all staying.
Yeah,
in
it's
it.
actually all stain. I don't know what you're talking about. This is literally.
This is what people watch the videos for.
Right.
yeah, I mean,
No, you watching these videos.
Be getting into the
Yeah, there
football.
are.
People are actually watching these videos.
we have
That's
1 or 2
depressing.
followers, which again, like, comment, subscribe.
Don't
Hit
don't
the
tell our
bell.
followers they're depressing. That's rude.
I didn't say
They're
that.
supporting you. They're supporting
Remember
you.
to print off a screenshot of your favorite episode and hang it up at your local Denny's.
No, local
all
Burger
of you.
Palace.
And post it on YouTube so we can see it.
No,
Yeah,
it's got to
and
be a Waffle House because Denny's is gone basically.
I'm not drinking.
I hope we don't have any.
Yes.
I hope we don't have any followers in the South.
This
Land of
podcast,
traders and alligators.
we only belong in a
Keep
Waffle
talking. Keep talking.
You're not sorry.
I don't give a shit. Those people are nice and polite.
Yeah.
And you don't deserve them.
Traders and alligators.
I'll feed you to an alligator. Literally born in Louisiana.
Yeah, I know.
All right, are we gonna actually like start this now?
No, it's just gonna be like 20 minutes of banter and then like actual like 10 minutes of actual gameplay.
Like fucking last time? I swear we got nowhere.
We did. We found bodies.
Yeah, last
Did we
time
find
we.
bodies?
Thanks to my
Yeah.
fucking goggles. Y'all are welcome.
Yeah, you found various bodies. You found quite a few bodies, actually.
Oh yes. Well, we found the one covered in kitty litter.
Yeah, you found 3 bodies.
How many times can we say 3 bodies in a sentence, Zach?
That was the first time I said the number.
No. You just
Hey,
Three bodies.
hey, we found 3 bodies, guys. I wasn't
Wait,
sure
we
if
found
you knew.
3 bodies?
I am not drinking enough
Wait.
alcohol.
How many
Three
bodies did we
that
find? Can somebody explain how many bodies we found?
I think
Okay.
it was 3.
It was definitely. It was
Oh,
definitely
those
more
bodies.
than 2, less than 4.
Oh,
So
so 3 bodies. Got it.
Okay. So what do we think this thing looks like now?
It doesn't look
'Cause
like
the last
anything.
It
no,
looks like whatever
the last person
took
that
over.
we know it ate was a child, and I know not masquerading as a child. Well, it could be.
Get around the prostitute's body.
No, but they weren't the last people to be fed on.
No, that's tonight.
So it's a child alongside.
Okay, it doesn't eat everybody because when you looked at the dossier,
It's got to be one of the parents because they're
It-
missing.
says that he just.
Yeah, my guess is that it looks like one of the parents right now. Because it seems like it just possibly recently, dumped Braverman's look. So then it would be easy to assume.
Because
It does eat, but I don't think it always eats bodies because Braverman just slashed their throats and then left.
Well, yeah, but what I
Well,
mean
those were
is
specifically his family. We already recognize that there's something different about his family.
it's got to be
versus
one of the
Braverman.
bodies that is missing right now.
So most of them.
And, well, keep in mind, too, though. Oh, shit.
But the foreigners are the last people that went missing.
Right.
Yeah.
Just a reminder, you
And-
did find fingerprints in Braverman's car.
Oh, we did. We did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
you told
gonna...
me that after I fell asleep and
No,
woke up
I
the next
said
day.
that when you guys first did a forensics roll on it, that you found fingerprints.
Yeah,
No, you didn't.
yes, he did.
Because
You
me and-
literally did the forensics roll.
But then what did you tell me when I woke up the next morning last time? You said something, oh, I forgot to tell you. I found something else. Was it not the fingerprints then? Did you tell me I found something else?
typical DM/husband.
You don't even fucking remember.
I've been sick for 2 weeks, Abigail.
Been sick for a month.
This
Didn't
is why I
realize
live
being
with.
sick was a competition.
Everything is to her.
What is that?
See?
Can't confirm it is.
I hate all of you.
You did find fingerprints in the car.
You hate a pregnant woman?
Expensive.
The unborn child,
Damn.
you monster.
Holy shit.
What would you do if I started crying right now?
Nobody would care.
What would you do? Exactly.
So remember, Dick believes at this point that it doesn't necessarily eat the body, right? It takes over the body. It's some sort of parasite potentially.
It feeds on their
Blood and all
no,
basically
no,
all
no.
the fluid.
It feeds on the other person's, like the person is possessed, I guess, but not possessed. It feeds on their emotions.
Maybe.
Well, so my guess, but like,
That is a possibility, yeah.
well, if it feeds off of like people and it's using like the quote unquote previous person's like body, I guess if we're going with that theory, wouldn't there be more evidence of the previous person's body showing up somewhere, or do you think it's just like capturing everybody? All
Well, we
at
found
once
the
and then-
top
Remember, right? Everybody's body who's been used thus far has been found. You had the Narlands killer. You had Kenneth Braverman. Like, those are two that seems to connect for sure, that we know of, that this, whatever it is, has controlled the body or fed on its emotions or whatever it is. And that body does end up showing up.
Also,
So have other bodies because they found prostitutes that Kenneth Braverman killed, but it would have been the monster.
Right.
It doesn't take over everybody's body.
We found this small child.
It's just also hiding victims now.
Right.
So
yeah.
we have no idea who it's taken over.
Right, and so,
So
like, just because it
Do we think that it has full control of it? Like, he slashed his family's throats. So he
That's-
wasn't trying to.
My guess is that it has full control over it.
Yeah, but then why
We have no idea. You're
not
right.
do the
There could
same
be-
thing to his family that he did to the prostitutes?
Well, we have. I mean, we have a couple different theories there. We could assume one, it only eats when it wants to eat, so it had no interest in eating that food because it was full. Or yes, there's something different in the fact that because it was maybe because of memories or something else, like it couldn't stand to kill and eat his family, or it couldn't stand to eat his family, so it just burned it. Essentially, like it was just like, I have to get rid of this cover, so I'm going to kill the rest of the family.
So,
Or, like you said, there may be some kind of control thing.
just to prevent you guys from spending the next hour just going down.
I'm just debating whether it's like a Guaul situation where like the parasite inhabits their body, but they also have control over. Like,
Okay.
it's more of a.
Pull back to Stargate with the proper pronunciation.
You're welcome. Thank my fucking father. Or if it's more like that old school horror movie where the
Enter the Body Snatchers.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Hmm.
So,
It's like a full control situation.
So, just to kind of paint the scene of where you guys are at, half of the party is currently sitting outside a hotel room with the corpse in the trunk of a unmarked police car, and the other half of the party is currently watching a car get pulled out of the reservoir with 2 bodies in it.
So I think I fell asleep when the 2 bodies were being pulled out of the car from the lake. Did we?
I don't exactly know. I do remember hanging up because I was like, it's 10 something and I'm going to fuck to bed. And you guys were still talking. So I don't remember if you.
I know
They were the
I'm
bodies of the
over.
fishermen.
They were the bodies of the fishermen. Is that what
Yeah.
what it
Yes.
was?
Yeah, we could ID them based
Yes.
And they were desiccated in a similar manner to the other bodies you found.
The child?
All
Well,
of them.
Like Braverman.
as much as you could tell based off like them sitting in the reservoir for several weeks. Like the bodies are bloated and, rotten and waterlogged. But you can tell there's similar signs of desiccation to the bodies.
Okay.
Gotcha. So then we're gonna have to wait for an autopsy on them.
Most likely.
So what
Didn't we take something from?
the wallet, and that's what led you to Braverman.
Yes. Didn't we take something else from the car, or literally did the car just get pulled out and we're just kind of looking at it?
Isn't there something else I didn't get? The FBI, whatever.
I don't believe there was anything else in the car.
Oh,
I don't think so.
Because we didn't open up the trunk and we didn't open up.
That's where the
anything.
bodies were, was in the trunk.
Oh, is that where they were?
Yeah.
See, again,
Yeah.
I think I went to bed around this time, so I don't.
Yeah, there's now CIA, crime scene investigator
Oh, okay.
people pouring over the scene. Like you're talking with the police, like the one sergeant. He's asking about how you found the car and everything like that. And I don't know if you guys are mentioning the ID, the wallet that you found, and that it points to Braverman or not.
Probably not at this time because I don't think that we know what exactly the other.
Yeah.
part of the piece
Yeah,
found.
I feel like I would have sent a message to their pagers, just something simple. Nomad dot Braverman found dot dead end.
So we probably can let them know.
No, I don't think we do. I don't think we should be telling him it's a dead end because we know that the monster is Kenneth Braverman, and we're trying to hide this
Well,
from the other
yeah.
group. So we don't want them to have this lead right now.
Quick
They don't
question.
know what it is. We know what it is.
You guys
Quick
have
question
his body.
Yes.
for the
Yeah.
party. I just want to make sure something's clear. You do have to cover up this crime.
Yeah.
We will, but I don't think that we want this information out yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I just want to remind you.
Well, and remember too, with Braverman's body, I contacted the handler That way we
Go ahead.
had Delta friendly.
And if we have
Units
his wallet,
responding
we can
to
use-
Braverman.
we can plant that as evidence too later on.
And there's currently federal warrants out for Braverman, by the way.
Right,
Like-
which is why we're
He's
doing
not
it.
know
That's why we're keeping it Delta friendly. Outsiders won't know about it until we're ready for them to know about it.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to do with the wallet, because if we reveal the wallet too fast, the other group's still going to catch wind of it. They're going to come to this hotel. They're going to figure out that he's going to tell them that, oh yeah, there were some people here and you guys took the car.
Yeah.
We don't want them to have any leads on Braverman right now.
Why this other person, the other team?
We
This
just
other team that we don't
Yeah.
want to know.
Yeah.
So I think we keep all info that we know about Braverman to ourselves for now.
so
We only talk about discovering bodies and yada yada.
is someone going to call your FBI contact then and see about getting this car towed and
Hey Zach,
Taken to the
the handler said that he was going to handle that.
okay.
Well, are we talking about the car at the ravine or the car at the hotel?
The handler said that that he was going to take care of the car at the hotel.
Right. I was asking what Zach was talking about, the car at the ravine or the car at the...
Okay.
The car at the ravine, I think we can turn over to the FBI or local sheriff or whatever. We don't really care at this point.
Yeah, I mean they're taking care of that crime scene right now.
That's what
Okay.
I was saying.
Yeah.
I mean, like that one is just being treated as a normal everyday.
Yeah,
crime
that
scene.
one-
There's really nothing that we have to.
Right. And
That one would probably contact the
well,
Patty
and
Holmes and tell her like, hey, we got a vehicle that's connected to the case.
well,
Can
we
we have
didn't we didn't necessarily want to do that though because we don't know if she's
That's
friendly.
true. Yeah.
We don't know if she's exactly friendly to Delta or not. That was the whole reason I called the handler and I'm like, hey, like I mentioned something about there's a body, we need this car moved to a secure location, no questions asked, and he said that he would handle it.
I thought the handler, though, said that he was going to deal with Holmes to try and get the car moved. and keep
Right,
it under wraps.
but I feel like we wouldn't necessarily want to call her ourselves because I don't think
Oh.
we know the information that she's friendly or not friendly to Delta Green.
Yeah.
I just meant like the fisherman's car.
Yeah, no, the fisherman's
what I
car,
think.
it doesn't matter.
No.
Well, I'm just saying we would probably just let them know.
I'm only
FBI is
put out-
already going to know
it's been
about it through
basically
the normal parts of
20 minutes of us
investigation.
just talking.
Yeah,
We haven't gotten anywhere.
I'm about to ask. So, what is your guys' plans next? You did get fingerprints off out of Braverman's car.
That's going to take some time.
Can we run them without contacting the FBI, or should we ask the handler?
You could attempt to deal with the locals to run them.
They're going to ask where we got them, but
I mean, that's easy though. We processed this car before you arrived. Or no, this was the car that
Yeah.
Braverman
That's
was
you
you
selling,
we don't want
right?
anybody to know about. Yeah, this is a car that Braverman was in.
Right. So then that's when whoever comes to pick up the car, if it was the local FBI agent, as the handler said, then we're just like, hey, we need these ran. Because at that point, they're friendly. They know that, obviously we processed the scene for what we could where we are.
So,
What time
just
is
to
it?
get, just
So
to
we
get
have-
some progress going. So the people who are at the reservoir, are you guys heading out now that the locals have basically taken control of the scene?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I mean, unless either one of us notices anything that should be of note that we haven't seen, didn't notice before, then I would say just leave it to them because I think we took everything out that we needed to.
Yeah, Jack would just be like, once you guys find anything, or if you guys find anything else, just give us a call.
Okay. So it's a little bit afternoon, and you guys head out. Are you heading to the hotel that they went to, or are you just heading back to your guys' hotel?
I guess we would call them along the way.
So,
What?
With what phone?
Why would we not have cell phones?
It's 97.
97.
There's still cell phones at 97.
That's true, actually. They're just really giant.
They're not. No, they're not that bad.
I mean, they're giant in a different way than our cell
You
phones.
have like Nokias. I mean, that would be the cell phone you'd have.
Wait, so this whole time we could have had cell phones?
Yeah, but
might.
but it's probably considered not
Reception's
a.
not-
It's probably. I mean, we probably do, but it's probably considered not secure line. So it's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have to
Don't-
think. How good do you think cell phones like?
Oh, they were absolutely garbage, but
Yeah, but we could still be like, hey, where are we meeting? Or
So-
let's meet at the hotel.
While that's happening, let's say while you guys are sitting outside the one hotel with Braverman's car and body, a flatbed like tow truck does pull up along with two black SUVs, and you see Patty step out
oh,
smoking. Like obviously, it's the '90s. And she just looks at it would be, who was there? It was Dick Bradley.
It's got three of us. I think
Oh,
it's
those three. Okay.
And Gideon, right?
yeah.
Yep.
Looks at the three of you and looks at the car and sighs and asks, what the hell is going on here?
I thought she was friendly.
she we don't know that she's a friendly. We just know that the handlers contacted her.
Yeah, so I'll look at her and be like, well, considering you're here right now, I think it's safe to say that we cut the bullshit. I know that you received a call asking to come out to this location and that you need to, that this is a discreet thing that we're doing. So, too many questions probably shouldn't be asked. The less that you know, probably the better. What I will tell you is that what we are doing is on the up and up. Everything is legal. We're not doing anything illegal.
That's not suspicious.
I was like, wait, it sounds suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Right, exactly.
So she's looking at you and looking at the car and looking at the trunk with the obvious body parts in it. And she's like, I'm not taking a stiff in without knowing who the stiff is.
No, that's fair. I'll tell you. This right here is none other than Mr. Kenneth Braverman. I'm sure you're rather familiar with that name.
And she wouldn't know everyone who's on the FBI, like who has warrants out for them at the moment, but she would get that information.
I mean, I feel like some names are more notorious than others.
She probably
This was a recent summer case, right? This guy cutting his
Yeah.
yeah, but in
going out
Texas,
on the land.
like on the other side of Texas. So I'm just saying she would know the name, but it wouldn't be like immediate. Not that matters.
Yeah, so,
So-
I'll just be like, so Mr. Braverman here was wanted out of Texas for killing his family. Now, you might remember his name from the news when he's the one that tracked down and killed the Narlands cannibal.
She's like, okay, so FBI's taking control of this scene then. He's on our list. He's out of state. We'll be able to get the locals off of it. Let me think. She's explaining, she's like directing people to go talk with the hotel people, wanting to get his room checked, like the whole she's taking control of the scene, basically. And she's telling you, like, I will give you everything there is from this car. But you just gave me someone on our list. This isn't something I can just brush under the rug.
All that I'm asking is for time before this goes anywhere. Publicly, at least.
So I'll give you some time, but I mean, my bosses are going to ask questions and paperwork has to get done.
I understand completely.
Gideon.
Yeah.
While this was going on, you're kind of just sitting there taking stock of the scene. You do notice, like 4 minutes after the FBI vehicles pulled up, another like black car pulled up down the street and just kind of parked off to the side.
Okay.
You do notice that. It's not
So,
doing anything. It's just sitting there.
I nudge Pence and nod my head towards the car.
Now that she does that, you notice it was Rouse friends. And Dick, you're busy talking right now.
All right.
But like as soon as you see them look at the car, you notice as well. So they're loading up this Braverman's car onto the flatbed. They're getting ready to get this out of here and take control of the scene. What are you guys doing?
Well, we have an idea who that car probably is, right? We know who it is. Now they know that we've uncovered something. The big problem is they know the FBI is involved too. They probably have their own way of getting the info out, whatever's going on in there. Whatever we've just uncovered.
And just a reminder, you do have the fingerprints on your own. You could attempt to try and run them at the locals and maybe get lucky to try and beat the FBI to it. I imagine you're going to meet up and talk and go over everything that happened.
Yeah, I think for now I would think that I would probably suggest to Dick and just be like, should we just meet up with the rest of the team for now? Like, I assume all three of us know who's in that car. We know that, so we know that we're not keeping this under wraps as much as we'd hoped. So we might as well regroup.
Right, things tend to change a little bit when you find a well-known body.
Yeah. Well, even regardless of the fact that the other group knows, we were hoping to keep this lead to ourselves. Now it's like they're probably going to get the information the same time we will.
Are we,
If they're lucky, if
are we
they have a
convinced
better
it's
pull, they might
that?
get it faster.
It's them, or is it the creature?
They're in a black car. I don't think that the creature would come here to check this out. The creature wouldn't risk that, would be my guess, because they don't know that we can tie anything to them yet. And if they did, they wouldn't be watching. They would go out. They'd run away.
Right.
You guys could always dig deeper into this weird news stories about this creature and see if you can find anything.
Yeah. One, I think now we know we didn't. Did we call to do any more anthropology checks on anything? Now we're trying to see are there any legends about anything that eats, or like can take over a body and drains blood.
We haven't called yet. We need to.
You haven't called anything like that yet. You haven't done any like deeper research into what you found so far.
So we want to make those calls, I think, and just see if we can get an idea of what we're looking at. We don't know that it's probably, because this started in New Orleans, we probably know it's not necessarily a local thing. It's national or international. We're really just looking for anything that fits the profile of something that can take over a body and also drains fluid.
So are you guys sitting at the hotel and looking stuff up online, seeing what you can find?
Yeah, I'll just
Is
start
there-
doing internet set checks. I'll do internet
there
checks.
A way to look up old cases with similar. I know they have that database now, but
I think you'd mostly be just looking stuff up online and maybe like using your FBI contacts. We'll start things off with whoever's looking into stuff. I'll let you do a what would it be? I'll let you do search roles, bureaucracy if you're going more like official capacity.
did I roll for like?
I rolled both.
What can I do with my
Yeah.
anthropology? I got a 41 at anthropology.
Oh,
Better than
you
my search.
My search, I got a 3 under 70.
okay? You said you rolled a anthropology.
I have
Yeah,
not.
well,
Nicholas rolled something.
bureaucracy.
I was asking what I can do with my anthropology. Can I?
That
use
would
the
be you looking more towards like not like the occult nature, but like just trying to be like, is there any local
legends?
that you can think of off the top of your head that fit? But like you're also going out into a
Well, any
wide
cultural-
now.
But I could be thinking of any cultural legends I might know, right? I don't have to just be thinking locally.
Oh shit! Gideon got a crit on the search.
I failed my bureaucracy.
So did
So what
I.
do I find?
I did roll a 27 under 41 on my anthropology check for whatever you want to let me find out
I mean-
on that.
Once you start looking at things that are like mind control, it's a rabbit hole.
Right.
Like there's half a dozen things you can think of that you've read about that could fit into this, but you need more information.
So should I roll bureaucracy and
No, not you. You
oh,
doing some reading. 1 second, I need to find the right things to send you. So, the rest of you who passed, and it's mostly Gideon from the crit, start finding 1 second. There we go. It's this one. Start finding some old, like just from online published newspapers and articles of stories that like seem to match. If that makes sense.
cold cases and
Well, like just solved cases, like stuff that seems to line up time scale wise.
okay.
You should be able to see the Nashville Tramp Terror.
Nothing rolls for me.
And the Nashville Brutal Slaying. You know, with that crit, and who else passed that roll?
I passed the search roll.
And Spence passed in the anthropology. I'll give over to you guys. You spend several hours just tracing the trail back.
Oh. Really interesting here.
Hmm. You said you did some. I only got the one.
There's the Nashville Brutal Slaying, the Nashville Tramp Terror, the National Tattler Satan.
Yeah, I didn't.
I only got the brutal slaying right now.
I only have
Yeah.
Tramp Terror.
I only have the one.
The Lowry
Press.
County Chronicle.
Okay, I got the brutal slain now.
This is still all I have.
First servant to blame, says locals here. Okay.
Science Fiction American.
There's a lot.
Guys, I'm good at research. Okay. Okay, I say.
I mean, a lot of you passed and you got a crit. So, like, normally I was going to make this take multiple rolls.
The New Orleans Cannibal Killer finally popped up for me.
I still don't have that. I only literally also have right now, Zach, is Devil's Highway, Resources.
Yeah, I had the New Orleans one, but I don't now.
I have the Braverman dossier, the Brutal Slain, and Fact Summary, and that's it.
That's weird.
Meteor shower map? What?
What about now?
Nope.
Sorry, American.
No, nothing is changing for me.
I'm trying to refresh the page, see if that works.
Okay.
Let me try that.
Animals drained of blood.
So you're saying it started with animals?
This is the National Tattler Satan.
I'm ready.
It's
I don't know if I hit that one. It's the Cannibal Killer.
No, that didn't refreshing didn't work for me.
Suicidal murder. Cannibalistic tendencies.
Okay, which one do you want to
there
see,
we go.
Jacob?
So I refreshed my
don't even know
page
what I'm
and
missing
I
right
have
now.
everything now.
I just tried and it didn't do it. It didn't work that for me.
Jacob, which one do you want to see?
I don't know how many. What am I missing?
All of them? Refreshing my page.
Oh, here we go. I think they're all showing up now.
No.
So
There we go. All right, one more refresh worked for me.
So, if you're curious, the order it goes in, it's the Braverman dossier, the Cannibal Killer, the the Nashville Cramp Terror, the what was that? The Brutal Slaying.
Still didn't get them all.
I need to let my dog out. I'll be right back. Discuss what you're reading. It's terrible for everyone listening. It's scary.
All of the 2 people listening?
To be fair, that's I mean, like since it's being recorded, we probably should have somebody reading out the actual things that we get. We
Yeah,
normally
'cause
don't have anybody.
it's
doing
kind of
that.
hard to actually, like, I have it up in the recording, but it's kind of hard to see some of these.
yeah. So which one did you say was first?
So we'd start with the Braverman dossier because that's our current lead, and then we would work backwards to see how far this goes. So Braverman dossier would be the first one,
Okay, so that's the most
recent
recent.
one.
Right, so that's the Houston Press Cannibal Killer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's
I
after.
have all of
It'd be
them.
It'd be Braverman dossier. Then it would be the Houston Press
Oh shit,
Cannibal
yeah,
Killer.
yeah.
Then I think he said we go back to the Nashville Voice Tramp Terror,
Yep.
and then it goes to the
Alright.
Houston Press Cannibal Killer.
No, it goes the
Or I mean the Nashville Voice Brutal Slain.
yep. And then the what one is that? The Lowry County Chronicle
Suicidal murder.
murder. Then the National Tattler Satan.
I don't have that one.
Which one?
The Tattler Satan.
All right. So the Braverman dossier. The summary is basically the Houston Police Department have requested that we raise your awareness concerning the recent disappearance of a Houston Police Department PD officer, Kenneth Braverman, age 33, Caucasian, 6'2", male with medium build. Braverman is wanting in connection with the murder of his wife, Elaine, age 32, 2 children, Jacob, age 9, and Hannah, age 6. And there is also the main suspect in connection with a series of recent prostitutes' murder involving body dismemberment and mutilation in the Houston area. From earlier this month, June 1997, which what time is it now? Is it
We are in August. believe.
August. Okay, so like a couple months before Houston PD began to receive reports that the prostitutes in the city were going missing. 11 disappearances in total were reported in the following weeks. Some of those reported missing turned up dead in disused buildings, drainage pipes, and similar locations. In all cases, these bodies showed signs of severe blood loss, mutilation, and dismemberment. Other identified body parts were also discovered in various locations. Houston PD investigations eventually centered on the officer Braverman. The same mystery man had been spotted with each of the victims, and his car and license plate were eventually made by the witnesses. Is that the car that we found?
Probably.
Yes.
Okay. Braverman was also close fit for composite sketches of said mystery man. So they were this person for a while.
Yeah. Where do
Up until this time. So Braverman was regarded as a model officer and mandated psychiatric evaluations detect nothing at all to indicate mental imbalances of this magnitude. Braverman may have been tipped off by colleagues in the Houston PD that he was under suspicion. Whatever happened, June 28th, he decided to murder his family by slashing their throats and is thought to have absconded, parts unknown. Braverman may be operating under the alias Nathan Abbott. And then the rest of the matter.
Did anyone else get the meteor shower map?
Yeah, but I think that's probably going to be our last thing that we want to look at.
So based off that, it's been about a month, a little over a month since
that
he's
he
came.
escaped, yeah. Well, we don't know whether or not, we don't know when he got killed yet. We have no details on that body, when his body was destroyed. So we don't know when a new one took over.
Yeah, but I will say, after kind of quickly glancing through everything, all of these articles are on the 28th of each month.
Are they? Okay.
So that would make sense. So I'll go back through the cannibal killer really fast. New Orleans cannibal killer apprehended by Houston police. Mayor Lanier honored Houston police officer Kenneth Braverman after apprehending Elijah Jackson, the infamous New Orleans cannibal. Police were called to the budget suites near FM 288 to investigate a disturbance late on the night of the 26th. Jackson was killed during a fierce struggle with Braverman in which he attacked the officer with crazed ferocity. The subsequent autopsy, made doubly difficult by the stomach wounds sustained, disclosed the horrifying fact that Jackson had consumed human flesh recently, connecting him beyond question to the recent spate of disappearances and grisly discoveries of dismemberment and partially eaten body parts, which had gripped New Orleans in a state of anxiety for weeks. It is believed that Jackson acted alone after arriving to New Orleans from Nashville a month ago. He had a history of homelessness and mental illness, and NOPD believed he had recently fled the city when he became a person of interest. Houston Press, 28th May, 1997.
Okay, but if you go to the Nashville one, it was the 25th of April.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I can't read. That's all.
But it's all about the last week of the month so far. But
Yeah.
what's weird is that Braverman,
The Lowry case is from the beginning of the month. But it's near the, if you go, because I don't have all of them. So the meteor shower happened in February. So that would have been like first.
yeah, that's we're working backwards.
We're working backwards to it.
Oh,
So-
you're going slow.
The next one was the tramp terror, right?
Yeah.
All right. So this is Nashville Voice, April 25th, 1997. Police officials have confirmed that they are seeking no other persons in connection with the recent spate of disappearances amongst Nashville's indigent community. Following the gruesome discovery of the body of Father Willard Franklin of the St. Bartholomew's shelter for the homeless yesterday afternoon, it is thought that I think that's supposed to be Mr. Franklin killed himself by gutting himself with a kitchen knife, according to one reliable source, after being questioned by police in relation to the disappearance of in the space of approximately 3 weeks of up to 21 persons who had been in the habit of using the shelter services on a regular basis. It was when the same detectives returned with a warrant that the grim find was made. Although remaining tight-lipped about the exact details of this perplexing and worrying case, officials are said to be certain that some sort of foul play was involved and have resolved to investigate further. Although they have admitted that they cannot be certain just exactly how many of Nashville's homeless community they should be concerned about, given the unique lifestyles of the individuals in question. The news of Father Willard's likely involvement in these disappearances has come a body blow to the remaining residents of the shelter who held the priest in the highest esteem, and to the community at large. Readers of this newspaper will also be familiar with Father Willard and the very many acts of charity and kindness he has performed over the years for less fortunate inhabitants of the city.
Okay.
And then the next one is the Lowry County Chronicle.
No, it's the brutal Nashville Voice, Brutal Slain. So I can read that one if somebody else has got it. But police seek assistance from public after brutal slaying. Law officers were today conducting door-to-door inquiries in the hope of gaining any leads following a grim discovery yesterday morning in an apartment complex in the Elliston Place area of the city. Officers and officials are understood to have been called to the scene after the discovery in his newly rented apartment of the body of a man now subsequently identified as a Dr. Brenton Clark, a former resident of Lowry, West Virginia, who is thought to have relocated to Nashville in only the last week or so. Dr. Clark is understood to have suffered a particularly vicious assault, and while the authorities are officially talking in terms of stab wounds, it is understood privately that the disembowelment would perhaps be a more accurate term for the horrific injuries inflicted. At the moment, we are pursuing all lines of inquiry, and we hope to bring the person responsible for this vicious murder to justice as soon as possible, said a spokesperson for the Nashville PD Homicide Division. Nashville Voice, 22nd of March, 1997. Now we would be under the Lowry because Dr. Brenton Clark came to Nashville from Lowry County.
Okay.
Wasn't there another Nashville one I didn't see?
That was the Tramp one. That was
Yeah,
after.
that was
No,
the...
I saw that one. I thought there was
No, there's just
Lucifer or
two.
whatever.
No, that
One
one's
was National Tattler Satan. So that's still to come.
So
Yeah.
after Brutal Slaying, what was the next one?
Lowry
Was
County
that Lowry?
Chronicles Suicidal Murder. Yeah.
Okay, but here's
So-
the thing.
That's where
Oh,
Cloud
I don't have that one.
Here's the thing. The cannibal killer came from Nashville, so all those Nashville killings was him.
No,
Yes.
it wasn't.
But
Yeah.
We're looking at a he came from Nashville.
but he
New
started in
Orleans.
West Virginia.
Well, no. That's where
Or
Dr. Clark came from, as Lowry. We're working backwards. So it moved. We were
But when
going
did he
backwards to
take
Braverman.
Jackson over?
It would have taken Jackson over. Jackson was a vagrant who would have
Yeah.
been at Father Willard's
Right.
homeless shelter. So it left Father Willard, who everybody couldn't believe was like this killer. That's what the police were looking at. He went to New Orleans, then eventually left New Orleans to go to Houston, where he got into a fight with Braverman. And then Braverman ended up receiving the entity at that point. But going from Braverman to Jackson to Father Willard to Dr. Brenton Clark, and now we're going back to Dr. Brenton Clark in Lowry County, where he moved to Nashville only in the last week after he left Lowry County.
So far this is
So it's
what
moved. It's moved 4 times, at least already.
Yes. So from what I can gather, it seems like whatever this thing is, it will go on a binge for about like 3 weeks. And before it decides to move on to the next. However, it seems like whenever it moves on to the next, for the most part, whatever entity it was, whatever person it was in, that person commits suicide or it, something
Or is
happens.
murdered, or is at least murdered by whatever the.
It's just because
entities
Braverman
make-
didn't commit suicide there unless
Yeah,
he
it didn't seem
did.
like
No,
Unless he
Willard
did, and then the creature chopped
dismembered
him
him
up.
afterwards.
Yeah.
Possible. Father Willard is the only one that they know committed suicide because they assume that Braverman killed Jackson in a gunfight. And then
They said it attacked him ferociously, so you
we assume that, they could have been in a hand-to-hand fight. Father Willard, they believe, cut himself open, but Dr. Clark was found mutilated inside of his body with dismemberment, and they thought he was attacked.
What's the date right now?
okay. So we're on the Lowry County Chronicle suicidal murderer.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
It's my turn. All right. Suicidal murder suspects may have had cannibalistic tendencies. The shocking case of Tecumseh County resident Mac Tooley has taken another sinister twist with the revelation that his autopsy is thought to have revealed traces of human blood and tissue in his digestive tract. Readers recall that Mr. Tooley, a popular local woodsman and guide, shot himself in the head with a Colt 45 automatic when police attempted to arrest him at his cabin in connection with the murder of an unidentified John Doe, whose corpse was discovered in horrifying circumstances by local teenagers. As this paper has previously reported, the bloodless and mutilated corpse of the unidentified man, thought to be a vagrant who had been in the area for a matter of days, was found naked, with the exception of a few trash bags wrapped around his person and hanging from a tree not far from a local beauty spot near to Lowry. Suspicion quickly found Mr. Tooley as he was identified as having been the last person to have been observed with the victim. Unofficial sources close to this paper can now confirm that Mr. Tooley's autopsy has revealed results strongly indicative of cannibalism, though no substance has been located which could have accounted for Mr. Tooley's totally inexplicable change in behavior. Sheriff Ted Robinson and Lowry County Medical Examiner Brenton Clark were said to have been unavailable for comment on these developments as of the time of going to the press. Lowry County Chronicle, March 5th, 1997.
All right, so that one's really interesting because we have no idea how it moved into Clark from Tooley.
Well, he was the medical examiner.
You're right, he was a medical examiner, but that would mean that Tooley was dead. The entity must have still been inside of him.
That's what I said. So moving back to, I think Abigail made the point, is probably more of a parasite.
Yeah.
That can probably control said person or body. And then it moves on to the next host, whether by physical touch or something of that nature.
Right, but then it begs. I mean, I guess it makes sense that it wouldn't necessarily jump into a cop then, because like it seems to only want to move when there's nobody else around, which means it sees itself as being vulnerable in that transition stage.
Well,
or it just doesn't want to be seen by anybody else when it moves, because maybe it might not be vulnerable, but rather it'll know to be somebody else will see it. Like it has to physically leave a body and enter another body, and if there's a witness, people will know. So it doesn't when it's alone.
Well, you're right.
It's interesting because
Jackson attacked the Braverman alone. Braverman was there alone.
Braverman went after him alone, but they were already looking for Jackson at the time. I mean, we still have no idea, because we can talk about right now, we have no idea why it moved from Braverman, because nobody had made Braverman. Nobody knew what was going on in this case, and it left Braverman and entered a new host.
Unless Braverman attempted to kill himself.
Also, the reason why Braverman...
I'm sorry, so if they're committing suicide, I think they have somewhat control of what is happening.
We have no idea. We have no idea if they're committing suicide or if the entity is making them commit suicide. If it's killing
I think the entity is doing it. However, kind of layering into the idea of like maybe the host still has control for a short amount of time. Because if Braverman was controlled and Braverman killed his family, maybe he killed his family so that the entity would not control one of them, like his wife.
Or could move into him. Yeah. Well, It is, like we said, that one's still interesting because it only slit their throats. It didn't dismember it. It didn't feed on
Yeah.
that. There is also the thought that, like, right now we'd have to assume, well, up until now, I figured it would have to stay alive. It would need to be in
Yeah.
a live body. But seemingly with this last case, we can assume that when it moved to Dr. Brenton Clark, the body was already dead because they're performing an autopsy as far as we know on Mr. Tooley.
Well,
So it would have
maybe
had to
then-
move from Tooley from a dead body.
So then there must be like an incubation period where it is able to be quote unquote dead or presumed to be dead and not control the body until it finds a suitable host.
Maybe, well, I guess it doesn't have to leave a dead body, but it can't use a dead body.
Yes.
So that would maybe add to the thought that maybe the person has to still be alive and therefore in control of like their brain. They're still active somewhat, like they're fighting against it, or they can't really control it, but they're conscious. Because if it can't move an unconscious body, that would be the only reason to find a new active host and not just use a dead body. And presumably, even if Tooley had to die and it killed Tooley because maybe it thought it had been made, or Tooley did get control and managed to kill himself, realizing what was happening to him, that waited for a new host and ended up moving into Dr. Brenton Clark.
Yeah.
What's before Lowry County then? Is it National Teller?
National Tattler Satan.
I don't have that one.
I have it. So this is February 25th, 1997. So we're back to February now.
95.
95.
It says 97 or early 95.
Everything says 97, Zach.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like February 25th, 1997.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing.
I was
Which one
before
are we
you.
looking at?
Or we're looking at National Teller Satan. So Saint worshipping star travelers blamed for West Virginia mayhem. Lucifer's servants to blame, says local seer. West Virginia law enforcement authorities seeking to unravel the mysterious spate of disappearances and cattle mutilations besetting the state need search no further, according to a famous wise woman and self-proclaimed psychic, for the answer lies in the stars above. The last few weeks have been deeply troubling ones for the rural communities of Tecumseh and Lowry counties in West Virginia, as herds of sheep and cattle there have been subjugated to bizarre and sickening night attacks. In most cases, authorities have declined to give detail of the damage inflicted, but local gossip would have it that the animals have been savaged and partially eaten, and in some cases drained of blood entirely. Worse still, Lowry County has suffered through a total of 9 disappearances, with farmers and other rural employees going missing in strange, worrying, and uncharacteristic circumstances. Although doubtless vexed, the police can now direct their inquiries to a single source, according to Lowry County mystic Chrissy Crystal Vickerson. The self-proclaimed mistress of the mind declared to our reporter that the police should be calling out the National Guard to set a trap for the perpetrators, evil Satanists from outside our very own solar system. I saw them in a vision, and as clear to me as the hand in front of my face, they told me that they were the devil's children, come to terrorize good Christians, and they'd never be stopped. And thus it was through the power of prayer and mind energy, said Crystal at her home yesterday. She continued, they chose to reveal this to me as they see me as a respected enemy and are fearful of my mind food. I can only urge the people of this country and the state to do their brain meld exercises and pray to the Almighty. Otherwise, they could be the next victim to be whisked away and sacrificed to Lucifer on their hellish homeworld. A homeworld which is apparently somewhere near the Horsehead Nebula, according to Crystal. Regular readers may recall some of Crystal's earlier visits in which she predicted a second biblical flood in 1993 and the return of Jimi Hendrix as a presidential candidate by the end of the millennium. The Lowry County Sheriff's Department could not be called upon to comment upon Miss Vickerson's information, except to say that they continue to treat recent events in the county with the utmost gravity, and they implored anyone with any information to come forward. They declined to comment on whether they had any positive leads to pursue. So this one, obviously, we don't actually have a victim that we understand how it would have made to Mr. Tooley. We have a psychic saying how she got a vision from Satanists in the solar system. But we do know that it didn't only consume on humans at this point. And interestingly enough, again, it doesn't always just consume blood. It may just eat parts of the body, which I guess we could have already figured out from the cannibal. But only recently does it seem like it's only been focused on draining fluid, as far as we can see from the bodies we've located.
Next is the Science American meteor shower.
Oh, you got that one?
I got that one.
Cool.
Spectacular meteor shower provides unexpected surprise for West Virginia astronomy enthusiasts. The month of January has proved to be one both of excitement and puzzlement for astronomers, amateur or otherwise, in the state of West Virginia. For several evenings, skywatchers there were treated to an increasingly dazzling display of color and light, which culminated in a spectacular display observable on the 18th of that month. Professor Matthew DeVries of the University of West Virginia's Department of Physics was among the many keen observers of those few days. It's the kind of thing you hope to see, but all too rarely do, he commented. If you can forgive the hyperbole, it literally was like the 4th of July on that last night. Although there was a marked tendency for the vapor trails, observed to appear to be of a greenish hue, which is quite unusual in meteors. He added, I have observed the Leonids and other swarms in action in the past, and they can be quite dramatic, given the right conditions, but this is fall of another order entirely. The lay person may not realize, but a lot of meteor activity can be predicted. The fact that this fall was not expected and was so spectacular is what makes this so exciting for us. Professor DeVries and his fellow members of the Association of American Astronomy have been presented with a unique opportunity to categorize their find. It seems that the majority of the meteor fragments came to Earth in Tecumseh County, and Professor DeVries and fellow staff at the university hope to examine some small fragments which have apparently been located by the residents of that county.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. This whole segment is giving Parasite the Macdom, the anime. I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
It does kind of feel like that.
Also, it's Tecumseh County.
Whatever.
We
Yeah,
have
with the
we have
spell.
we have a village in Michigan that's called Tecumseh. Yeah.
That's why I said spelled wrong on there. So I literally.
Tecumseh not too long ago. West Virginia spells Tecumseh wrong.
I was like, why does it spell like Tecumseh?
The next one is the meteor shower,
I don't have that one.
where it just you can see right here if you want. It just shows the location.
Of the.
So these shards of these meteor showers fell in Lowry and Tecumseh.
Interesting.
Yeah, so what it sounds like
Wait,
is
so
that-
there's multiple monsters.
Well, there could be another one in Tecumseh, but we know this seemingly started in Lowry. So something probably. So for now, the closest we can come is maybe assuming that Mr. Tooley was one of these naturists that found these meteor shards, and he made first contact
Yeah.
with the parasite.
I mean, it would make sense because he was a woodcutter. Bro was probably out in the woods, or he had close access to a farm, or whatever it may have been. Or even it just fell near his home, which I can assume was probably more in the wood area. And whatever crawled out of these meteorites took control of him. Oh no, wasn't a vagrant?
No, it started with Tooley. He killed the vagrant.
Oh, that's right.
They didn't connect him. Now, the only thing we don't know is they never seemed to connect him with the mutilations of the other corpses and the disappearances of the farmhands and other farmers. But
Yes.
we know that it could be the vagrant. It could be the vagrant that was found dead was a previous carrier and had left one of these farms. But either way, I think we've attached that the trail starts with this meter. At some point, it ended up with Mr. Tooley in Lowry County. It passed from his dead body, assumably during an autopsy, to Dr. Brenton Clark. And then we have our trail all the way to now, with whatever body, we don't know who yet, but it left Braverman.
Yes.
We now
So
know it's probably an extraterrestrial entity, which great. It's aliens all over again, like our last mission.
I was about to say it's the last mission all over again. But that's the thing, like, do these people act weird with this parasite, quote unquote, alien? within them, or
Supposedly, it seems like the only thing that's weird is that they usually just seem to be model. I mean, not always. Everybody's been kind of a model citizen or like a beacon of their communities, except for Jackson, who is just a vagrant known to suffer from mental disorders and homelessness. So he wasn't necessarily. It wasn't like it only feeds on people who seem to be paragons of their community and well known and considered model citizens. It at least was in Jackson as a vagrant.
Yes.
So we can't necessarily tie it to that it wants or needs a positive entity, but everybody's just showing surprise that these people end up being accused of cannibalism and murder.
Probably so
don't seem
that
like the kind of
they
people
under
do it.
the radar as much.
Yeah, but if it's feeding on their negative fear or whatever, a person with mental illness is like the perfect choice.
Yeah, but the rest aren't. That's only one. So why would it? I
But
don't
like,
think it,
even if you have someone who's positive, who starts doing these terrible things, they're gonna feel.
you're right. It would, but I'm saying it doesn't matter. It can be looking for any kind of person. There's no
Or
prerequisite for what it's looking like, because if they are conscious and it can cause stress
yes.
and trauma
it's-
to them and feed off of that, then it just needs
Yeah.
a person. Because no matter
Right.
what, generally any person, whether homeless or not, is not going to love the whole idea of their body being used to kill people and then feast on human flesh.
Yeah, I was about
Probably
to
not
say.
what they want to do.
Well, it's not gonna pick a sociopath.
No.
Well, there's not a whole lot of sociopaths that go to the level of wanting to eat blood and feast on flesh. That's a pretty rare thing. Even somebody
Yeah,
who
but
has
it's not. They're not gonna bat an eye if they kill somebody.
So
no,
This
You're right.
So this begs the question, and which is probably what Zach's going to ask us of what to do next. Who should we be looking for? Should we be looking more for one of the earlier victims, or should we be looking more for a later victim that potentially has their body snatched, which could be the fingerprints that we found?
Braverman.
the fingerprints are going to be our best bet there, because whoever was still carrying or whoever killed Braverman and then used the car would have had to be the last body.
Okay, so Braverman picked up Felix and Shelly,
And the prostitute, yeah.
and the fisherman
Yeah.
already dead.
The fishermen were dead after that, but his wallet was there, so presumably it lost its wallet when it killed the fisherman and then dumped the car.
Yes. So it may not.
But there is a jump between July 18th and August 1st.
Yes, but we know it's not the fisherman, so it had to have found something in between. Or because it's gotten better over time, the other theory is that because it's gotten better over time, maybe once it realized it lost its wallet with the car and the fisherman, it freaked out and knew it needed to burn its body and find a new one at that point. That may be why, because it realized it left evidence at a scene.
So again, it's intelligent enough to know what it can and cannot do.
Yeah, it's learned a lot, clearly, because it's gotten we're having trouble finding victims, whereas before they were showing up in plain sight. And it figured out eventually, it's like, hey, leaving bodies in plain sight is probably not a good idea. I seem to get burned really, really fast when I do that.
So that begs the question, are we just waiting around to find these fingerprints now to find out who they belong to, or should we investigate other sites?
We do still have a couple sites we could go to. And I mean, other than, I don't think there's going to be we're not going to find any other knowledge, I think, about this extraterrestrial parasite.
Yes.
Unless somebody else thinks otherwise. I mean, if somebody thinks that there's a lead that we could go to try, then we can do that. But I think at this point, we have an idea that we're dealing with some kind of parasitic alien that will feast on blood and
Literally,
flesh.
according to the woman who is a self-proclaimed psychic, we're dealing with.
We're dealing with
Satan.
we're dealing with Satanists who are sacrificing humans on an altar to Lucifer.
I mean, she's not wrong. It came from the stars.
Should we? Well, I don't know. I don't think there's. I would say we could call her, but I don't think that we're going to get anything better out of her. I think that she may have some kind of ability that allowed her to make some sort of contact with this
I would say
thing
maybe,
accidentally, but she doesn't seem to understand what it is herself.
but
So-
I think arguably, I feel as though the scientists that saw the meteor shower might have a little bit more information for us. Especially if they could get their hands on samples of the stones. Or
Yeah,
meteors.
we might want. That's a good point. We might want to see if we can get samples and figure anything out from it. But
But I mean, that's going to take a long time because they're all the way in Virginia. We're like, in what,
yeah, we have to
Arizona?
make contact with them. I don't even know how long we have to solve this case.
Just a reminder, you're expecting another body to turn up tonight.
I know we are, and we already kind of established that there's nothing we can do about that.
Oh,
We're
right
not
now.
going to find it or stop it, because we won't
Yeah,
have to cover the
we're
entire
kind of
terrain.
on that one.
Yeah,
Rip
the only
to-
thing I think we could do is see if we can find anything else missing. I mean, we struck gold at the ravine.
So it's about dinner time right now on Friday. What is your guys' plans? You could attempt to go to the locals and try and run fingerprints real quick and see if you get lucky.
Well, we already have the feds running the fingerprints.
we just know the only thing that we have concern there is that this could help us do it faster, and might give us a leg up on the other Delta Green team that probably knows about the fingerprints and what's going on with the FBI now. I don't think we were able to successfully cover from them. They probably have their own moles.
Yeah.
So they probably know what's going on. So this would give us a chance to one up it. However, I mean, all we might figure out from that is who the other body is.
Yeah.
What body it's in right now. Other than being able to specifically put out a, hey, this is who we're looking for, it's already a missing person. If anybody sees it, you know, that information should be out there. I don't think
Which
we're going to
brings the
figure anything
question,
else from that.
Should we wipe down the prints? Because if this turns out to be a dead body, how in the fuck are we supposed to cover that up? You know?
Well, I don't think it's a dead body yet. I think we should assume if we're right about the fingerprints, it's probably still on that body because it hasn't been burned yet.
But
I think
if
it's first. I think it's first perfectly reasonable for you guys to be like, "Hey, we found some fingerprints near one of the scenes we just want to run."
Yeah. I mean, I feel
I
like
think we
It's not unreasonable for you guys to run a bunch of sets of fingerprints.
I mean, yeah,
Now,
but
do we all need to be
realistically,
there? Do we want to split two? But
okay. But so here's the question with the fingerprint, Zach. We already have our FBI colleagues running it. The local police wouldn't be able to run the fingerprints any faster than what the FBI already are.
You're right, but
wouldn't they contact us immediately?
Right. I don't think the whole, oh well, are you going to take these to the locals to have them ran or not? Like, that's just being nitpicky on things that don't need to be nitpicky. Like, we already have the best of the best running the prints. If anything, the FBI would be able to run the prints faster in that day and age than what locals would be able to.
And wouldn't the FBI database be much larger too, just to be on the safe side?
Right.
how long, Garrett? You being the law enforcement expert, do you think it would take for them to be able to run fingerprints in the 90s?
Days. Locals longer. Like, fingerprints already take quite a while to run.
Even in today's age?
Yeah, even for today's age.
Yeah, it's not like the TVs, babe.
Right.
I'm aware it's not like the TV.
Where they put it in, it's like, there it is.
The other question is because
They already had a record of these fingerprints, Garrett.
No, like, even then, like, modern day, it takes upwards of a week to process fingerprints and to, like, run them and come back on a positive hit.
Yeah, let me
And
tell you,
even then-
when your fingerprints done at work,
Right.
sometimes it takes up to 2 weeks. Emma's took to 2 weeks to
Well,
come
that's
back.
different
And-
for a private entity.
Well, we're right. So, like, we're looking from anywhere from a day to 7 days for the fingerprints to come back as a hit. And even then, a human has to verify that the prints match that got the hit.
Okay. Okay,
So, like,
that's right.
yeah, it's not like it's Oh,
we could
you
have
go to the
somebody's
local and we have this local fingerprint, done in 10 minutes. No, it's. I mean, theoretically, if you got lucky, it could hit that quickly.
Wait, well, it's already 9:40, guys.
Okay. Well, I think it is time for some fun.
No, no, no. No, no, no. Kind of fun.
I don't know, the kind of fun where you guys tell me what your plans are for the rest of the night while you sit there knowing there's going to be another body popping up. Well, not knowing, but having a pretty good idea.
You mean another disappearance?
Yes.
Wait around.
I
until
guarantee there's gonna be another body.
I mean,
we'll just wait around until thumbs up our ass at this point.
got the green box.
Yeah. It's dinner time. So I would assume it's around 6, 7
Yeah.
o'clock.
Can make a trip to Burger Palace.
I'm gonna go and chill between markers 5 and 4. Just
Oh.
wait.
I mean, I personally think that
I'm gonna do a stakeout.
we should at this point just hit another, hit one of the sites we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, isn't there one more?
I think there's 2 more.
You haven't been to markers 5 or 4.
Yeah, but those are all the way.
We might as well, though.
Yeah, I mean, like, what else are we gonna do? If we're waiting on the fingerprints for days, we know there's gonna be murder tonight. We don't think we're gonna find. I don't think we're gonna find anything about the extraterrestrial. We do have enough time to maybe contact about the meteor at this point if the fingerprints will take that long.
Yeah.
I say we
Contact
go
that scientist.
to the Van Olsen's location.
Which is the
Okay.
closer one.
Yeah, start there.
Because that is also true. Because even if we drive all the way down there,
We don't know. He might attack someone around there.
Even if it doesn't, we've
Bring it on.
we found okay evidence so far. At 3, 5, and 4. Who knows what else we find there?
We weren't given. Oh no, we weren't given any pictures of what the victims looked like beforehand, were we?
Nope.
So we have no idea what these people looked like.
I'm sure, like, there's probably photos.
We
from
know
this,
the
but it just
prostitute is a
doesn't matter to
Hispanic
us.
woman.
Yeah, do we have a picture of like the most recent?
No. They were tourists who came in.
Oh, did I scare you?
They're still trying to figure everything out with the Dutch government.
Mm. Okay. Yeah.
I'm looking at the place on Google Maps. There is nothing here. Like, I'm looking at Street View, and it's just endless expanse of desert.
Airports are in.
We're looking for a Dutch man or a Dutch woman.
Someone who looks out of place. We don't know how strong this creature is. We don't know how it attacks other people and does all that. I mean, this thing could have the strength of 10 fucking people.
Right, we don't really
I don't
know.
know.
We don't really know shit about it other than it apparently takes over a host in some sort of capacity. And people
Yes.
become murder hobos.
Yes. So I think we should be armed. If
Well,
we're
Jack is hoping a gun will work.
Oh shit! I think we're all hoping it doesn't work. Just
So-
don't touch.
Well, we assume
You do not touch whoever we shoot.
Got to
So
burn.
it
Yeah, that's
sounds
bad
like you
juju.
guys are just armed and kind of driving around and just kind of doing a stakeout, right?
Pretty
I think
much.
we're going.
yeah.
I thought we were going to go to.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the locations and head
Okay.
that way.
Okay. I think that's a good place to end it tonight. You guys driving down this desolate highway in the middle of the desert. to the middle of nowhere. Arlington.
Pretty much.
All right.
All right. Well,
So we'll pick up, and next session will be interesting. I feel like we have 2 sessions left.
Oh.
you know,
boy.
last time that he said that, it ended up being like 5 sessions, so you can't listen to a shit
Well,
he
you
said.
guys decided to sniff every single lead.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Oh, yeah, because it's that good and or we're thorough. We're very thorough.
And I mean, that's what I would do in real life. So, with that,
Yeah.
everybody have a great night. See you in a couple weeks.